Hey gang, welcome to another episode of Wisdom Wednesday from beautiful Austin, Texas. I'm Mark Sweeney, owner of Austin Dental Spa, and we come to you every Wednesday with some health news, some fun little tips, and a little bit of fun. So here we are the week before Christmas, and we've even got Hershey's Kisses in the office that look like little Santa Claus hats, and I'm wearing my Santa Claus hat. I might even push the on button here before we're done. And we've got some fun news for you. These new studies are finally starting to come out, all related to COVID and how you can stay healthier and more resistant to this virus. And the vaccines have hit this week, so it's all some pretty exciting stuff. I've got a big study that just came out that's got some interesting info that's about as simple as it gets of ways that you can be more resistant to developing COVID if you get exposed to it. So we're going to get into that in a little bit, and I've got a good health tip for you as well. But first, I want to bring on Dr. Krista DeCurson. She's been helping us the last 2 months while Dr. Slagter was out on maternity leave. There she is, my cohort for the past 2 months, and she's been just awesome. And she's got a few fun dental facts that she and I found kind of interesting, and so we thought you might too. Take it away, Doc.
All right. Hi, guys. The first one is pretty fun. Did you know that the most valuable tooth comes from Sir Isaac Newton? Back in 1816, one of his teeth cost $3,633, which today that totals to $35,000. It was so expensive that they actually made a ring out of it today. I don't know if I'd wear that ring. Would you wear that ring, Mark?
For $35,000, I think I could do better than a tooth ring.
Yeah.
Sir Isaac Newton, I'd just drop it.
Another fun fact. There are more than 300 types of bacteria in your mouth. A snail's mouth is no larger than the head of a pin, but yet it has 25,000 teeth in it. A blue whale is the largest mammal on Earth, but it only eats tiny shrimp because it has no teeth. People who drink 3 or more glasses of soda are 62% more susceptible to having cavities. Tooth enamel is the hardest substance in the body, but just because it's the hardest substance does not mean we want you opening any beer cans with those teeth. If you don't floss, you're missing 40% of your tooth structure, so we gotta floss twice a day. If you're right-handed, you're more likely to chew and brush on your right side, same with your left hand. More people use blue toothbrushes than red toothbrushes. What color toothbrush do you use?
White. Oh. I've got an Oral-B.
Like fingerprints, your tongue has its own fingerprint.
Fingerprint?
Yeah.
Fingerprint. Well, your tongue is made up of little finger-like projections called filiform papillae, and so I didn't know that you could identify somebody
apparently
from the print of their tongue.
This is what the fun fact is saying. Giraffes only have bottom teeth. 78% of Americans have at least one cavity by the age of 17. And my last fun fact, which I don't know if I fully believe this, so comment below if you believe it. The average woman smiles 62 times a day. Guess how many times a male smiles?
I have no idea. Depends on which woman he's with, I guess.
8 times. This statistic says the average male only smiles 8 times per day. I don't know if I believe that.
Well, I'm up in the average for the rest of them.
Yeah, when you're with this guy, you're laughing and smiling all day. That's for sure.
Those are awesome,
those
fun
are
facts. Yeah, thanks for adding that in to us.
You're welcome. Okay, I'm going to let you continue on.
All right, now for the less fun but more business news. This I found really interesting because we've been pounding ever since March, before the shutdown, on Wisdom Wednesday, how important it is to boost your immune system to make you more resistant to any virus or bacteria invasion, because our bodies are built to resist these things for the most part. This one was a kind of nasty one, depending on who you believe, whether it came from the animal kingdom, particularly bats, and that's why it was so deadly to humans, or whether it was manufactured in a lab. There's some plausibility and some BS to both of those theories. I don't know what to believe, but we do know that COVID-19, the SARS-2 version, was deadly, 300,000 Americans. And so we've been talking about on Wisdom Wednesday about what vitamin supplements to take to boost your immune system. This is more proof, a little late for some people, but in the December issue, this month's issue of Experimental Gerontology, boy, what that sounds like a real interesting read if you're an insomniac. But this one in particular I found really interesting. This doctor took a study with 22, it wasn't a very large group, but 22 men and women over the age of 55 that were otherwise appearing to be healthy. But the only significant difference was they were all over the age of 55. And they put them on 500 milligrams of vitamin C. Only 500 milligrams. When I tell somebody to get on vitamin C that has never supplemented with vitamin C, I tell them to start off at 4,000 milligrams, to buy the 1,000 milligram capsules and take 4 of them a day, especially if they've been a smoker, because smoking really depletes your body of vitamin C. So 4,000 milligrams, and to keep doing that until they start getting loose bowels, and that then start backing off from that. But they put them on just 500 milligrams, so keep that in mind. This is a pretty minimal dose. You can buy 500 milligram tablets at every grocery store in America. 500 milligram tablets of vitamin C, and then they took a control group of the same number of people, but they were all average age 35, but also apparently healthy, and they watched them for 3 months. The people that were on vitamin C that were over 55 all were as healthy as the people that were 35 but not taking any supplements. By the time that 3 months was up, what they used was a measure in the blood called superoxides, which are also in some circles called free radicals, and those are what they think help create cancer cells, because these free radicals are running around in your body and they settle in some areas there, and they stimulate the cells to start producing in areas where those cells normally wouldn't be, and which is the generic version of cancer, is a type of cell growing in a part of the body that normally is not there. Whether benign or malignant, then we get into all kinds of other things. But anyway, they measured these superoxide levels, and the people that were on vitamin C, just 500 milligrams a day for 3 months, got as healthy as people 20 years younger on average, and immune system wise. And then what's interesting is they also took another group of another 22 individuals over the age of 55, and they put them on vitamin C and vitamin E. 500 milligrams of vitamin C, 200 milligrams of vitamin E. Both of these supplements we've been talking about since March. Both of them are known for many, many decades to boost your immune system response. And they tested those, and they found that the people that were on C and E were boosted way beyond the people that were just on C. So they worked synergistically to make your immune system much more robust and healthy. And the people that were on C and E were only on this study for 3 months. Even 6 months after the study was over, so 9 months from the time it started, these people still had healthier immune systems than the people average age 35 in the control group. That's pretty phenomenal. You're talking about $20 a month for supplements to boost your immune system without having to worry about the vaccine and all that stuff. There's no guarantees that it's going to keep you from getting exposed or contagious to the SARS virus, but hey, it boosts your immune system for really an investment of about $20 a month, and swallowing 2 capsules, 500 milligrams and 200 milligrams. So imagine if you took the 1,000 milligram capsules, how much more protection that's going to provide you. I take vitamin C every day, and sometimes I take vitamin E. After this study that I saw yesterday, I'm going and buying some vitamin E because I ran out about a month ago, and I went, I don't know if it's doing that much good. But vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, and zinc and magnesium we've been talking about since last March. If you've been tuning in, so you know that we've been talking about that. So there's simple little ways that you can boost your immune system, which is so important and is going to continue to be important for the coming years. And so I don't think we're going to be done with all this mask wearing and stuff till at least end of spring when the weather warms back up. So be prepared and be healthy and be safe. So my health tip for the day is our motto this month is slay the holidays, and we mean slay like Santa's sleigh, not slay like kill it. But in a fun way, it can be either way. And so my health tip today is be cool. Did you know that the top of your head is kind of your thermostat, and with this cool weather that's come along, that your body tends to want to keep all the heat inside of your core area because that's your vital organs. So just going to bed with a pair of socks on that warm your feet up sends blood to your feet, because usually your feet and your hands are the first place that blood goes away from when you're cold. That's why you get blue fingers if you're out in the cold too long, and same with your feet can get numb and frozen feeling. Just putting socks on, and I would assume even gloves, which would be a little bit on the weird side, and I'm not talking about surgical gloves, I'm talking about like winter gloves, would warm your extremities up and allow blood to flow into them and away from your core organs. It's already been proven by people that study this kind of stuff that the cooler your core is, the better you're going to sleep. So as you know, if any of you have exercised and then tried to sleep while your body's kind of heated up, it makes it harder to go to sleep. And so if you can cool your core down by warming up your extremities and getting blood flow to them, you're more likely to sleep well. So that's a good little tip for the 1 week of winter that we get down here in Austin, Texas. And remember, we've got 1 more week till Christmas. You're already past the point where Amazon's going to deliver your gifts. If you've waited this long to do your Christmas shopping, you're going to have to do it in person. But hope you have great holidays. We will be back for one last version of Wisdom Wednesday before Christmas. And then, of course, we'll be back for the last one of the year to wrap up 2020. And here's Dr. DeKirsten back again. We're all wishing you a happy week until next week when we'll do our last version of Wisdom Wednesday before Christmas. So Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.